Welcome back, everyone, to round two of Spoken World Online, and we're graced with a glorious, funny, sharp, and strong feature today, John F. McMullen.
I've been working, as people who are here regularly have heard, on the series of poems about the coronavirus. I started off thinking maybe there'd be four or five, and I put them together and I sent them off to the publisher. Then when I got up to about 15, I said, well, maybe there's a chapbook there. Now I'm up to 45, and I don't know when we'll ever end. Maybe I'll end by the end of the year and say uh, coronavirus 2020, and then go on to 20. So I'll read a couple. I'll start with the first one. This virus is a sneaky son of a bitch. While the president was closing down the West Coast to keep the Chinese virus out of the country, it had already migrated to Europe. And as the governor of my state has said, gotten on the plane to JFK and Newark airports. Now it has made New York, my state, in New York City, the city of my youth, the epicenter of infection in a country and the world. When I was in the Army, we had rifles to fight the enemy. Now the enemy is invisible and our rifles are useless. In this war, we must develop all new weapons and strategies. Will we? Yes. But when? And how many casualties will we take? Who knows? Then moving along a little to sup. Sup is what the teenagers say for what's up, what's happening, or what's going on. Well, sup is that everything is all fucked up. The stock market, big business, small business, and people are dying, and we're staring at computer screens instead of sitting shoulder to shoulder in an old train station by the Hudson River. That's where the Hudson Valley Writers Center is. But that's the point. Sup is we're here together and reading and listening, and we'll be here every month when we can, and until we beat the son of a bitch. We beat Hitler and bin Laden. That's sup. Any questions? Then I had some more of the weirdness. A visit to the vet. I was sitting in my car in the parking lot of Fowler's Vet in coronavirus time. I pulled up in front and called the desk for my cell phone, and the nurse came out to pick up Fowler. At my instructions, I was not allowed to enter the office. I had to sit in a Volkswagen Jetta and worry while my 13-pound, 11-year-old silky terrier with separation issues, to begin with, is poked, tested, and injected. I hate this fucking coronavirus. So I wait in the car. The doctor comes out and reviews what has been done. Then the nurse comes back out and takes my credit card information. She soon returned with Fowler and then a receipt. While I waited, I wrote this poem. Zoom. Zoom. I use Zoom all the time. Just this week, I will host 3 sessions and attend 3 more. These meetings, both various writers groups and luncheons with old friends. Many colleges have gone to Zoom to complete semesters virtually. My wife, Barbara, teaches the 3 of them. If there is a winner in this terrible crisis, it is Zoom. Or maybe the real winner is us, who want to interact, teach, and work. Zoom may be the tool of choice, a great choice, but if there was no Zoom, we simply would have found another. Skipping along to question. Why does he say all these crazy things? I got it. I figured it out. Coronavirus is a Democratic hoax. 15 cases, the less tomorrow. Take the drug, can't hurt. Anyone can get a test. Inject the disinfectant. Reporters should return the Nobel Prizes. We don't need testing. We don't need a vaccine. It will all go away. There is a method to all this, and we should have seen it sooner. He's preparing a Vinny the Chin insanity plea for his criminal prosecution. Didn't make sense. Remember, when you see him in a bathrobe, you heard it here first. And Vinny the Chin from people across the world was an American gangster who dressed up in a bathrobe and wandered around Greenwich Village as though he was crazy, but he was not, to hold down his sentence. It didn't work, and he eventually died in prison. But that's how it goes. Travel. My universe is 3 square blocks in Jefferson Valley, New York. And the universe through Zoom, I read poetry in Stamford, Connecticut, Paris, France, all over the world. If this ever ends, my physical travel will expand somewhat, and my virtual one will shrink to non-existent. Will my world be better? It's too soon to know.
That's good. That's good. I agree with that.
And
if I could my fingers, I would
we
snap.
get toward the end, with 3 or 4 to go, which I'll skip ahead of all these things that have been going on forever. A year of testing. 2020, the tests go on for us. Pandemic, mass unemployment, economic collapse, civil unrest, protests, hundreds of thousands of deaths, hurricanes, tornadoes, political polarization, presidential election, ongoing chaos. What will our reward be if we pass? We will be alive. Will it be worth it? I have computers. I have computers, tablets, virtual assistants, televisions, radios, all over my house and office. I can do email, get the news, Zoom, communicate all over the world, anytime, day and night. What ability, what power. Then Tropical Storm Isaias knocked out the electricity and took it all away. Sometimes a break is good. David, how much time do I have?
If you'd like to do like 3-4 more minutes, that'd be great.
Okay. Hotspot closing. Barbara McMullen, the college professor and residence in our palace, has been unable to prepare for her 4 classes without internet connection. This was during the knockout. After getting a little reason for confidence provided we'll be back online soon, we went out for a ride to chase hotspots, and we found one. So tomorrow she will take the portable table, the folding chair, and a Microsoft Surface to this shady hotspot. I won't tell you where it is. Too many people would degrade the connection. Isn't this weird? And I'll wrap up with 2 small ones. If this were 1970, if it were 1970 and the virus came to New York and we had no cable TV, masks or gloves, no regular reports from my governor and town supervisor, no lockdowns, no internet in homes, no Zoom, what would I be if I were my age then? Probably dead. And this will be the end if I ever get, everything else is going to fill in as I keep writing. All in all, this crisis has disrupted my entire life, but I don't have the virus. I'm locked in the house most of the day, but I'm with my wife and pets. I can't go to any of my various meetings and lunches, but I'm in Zoom meetings with hundreds of friends. Certainly my whole life has been disrupted, but I'm alive, at home with my wife, a dog and 3 cats, with books to read and fodder for poems. So all in all, I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's John F. McMullen on Spoken World Online. Wonderful, wonderful.